Poultry farming can make you so rich, and at the same time, poultry farming can make you so poor if you're not careful. Poultry farming can also be a very good business to venture in, and it can also be your worst nightmare if you're also not careful. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you what you're supposed to do before you begin poultry farming, and make sure that you watch this video up to the end if you want to begin poultry farming. I'm very sure by the time we finish up this video, you will have learned what you're supposed to do before you begin poultry farming, and you will be so successful and you will make lots of money. But before we continue, my name is Lillian and I'm from Kevara Farm. So for our returning viewers, we are really so grateful because you have done a great job in interacting with me by sharing and by asking me questions in the comment section. I'm really happy and I'm so grateful. Please, thank you. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to this channel. Be sure that you're going to get all the information that you need about poultry farming, because here I share most of my experiences as a farmer, what I have learned, the knowledge that I have acquired. So be sure that you're in the right place and consider subscribing. One thing that you have to do before you start poultry farming, do a lot of learning and research about poultry farming. I know some of you or some people just wake up from nowhere just because they are having lots of money and they just go and begin poultry farming. Or there are some people who know of some people who are successful in poultry farming and they just go and they feel like they want to go and begin poultry farming. That is so wrong. If you want to be successful in poultry farming, invest so much in learning and do a lot of research. Even here on YouTube, there are so many YouTube channels which are talking about poultry farming. Just choose around 2 or 3 and you subscribe and then you follow them and learn. I'm very sure those channels teach most of the things about poultry farming. Or you can do a short course. You can go up to that far, especially if you want to do like breeding of the chicks. Take a short course and learn more about poultry farming. I'm very sure if you do a lot of learning and then you research, I think you cannot go wrong. Like for me, when I was beginning poultry farming, I did a lot of research. I was here on YouTube doing a lot of research, seeing this and this. And then I also moved in farmers for live examples. And I'm very sure I've been successful here so far because, for example, I haven't been faced with any diseases. My market was okay. I've been selling my products, all of them, almost even every day. So I'm sure I've been successful because I did a lot of research. Then another thing that you have to do if you want to succeed in poultry farming, please do a business plan before you begin. When you do a business plan before you begin this poultry farming, you're going to have everything written on paper. You will have to have short-term goals, you will have to have long-term goals, and then you will lay out your objectives, then the marketing strategy, everything. If you have everything down written on the paper, you will not do mistakes. Even you will have to have your forecasted profits, forecasted production. For example, if you're having, let's say, around 1,000 birds, during planning, you will be expecting some amount of trays a day. And one thing that you know, if you have done your research properly, you will be knowing that for around 8 or 7 months when your birds begin laying, they will give you a higher percentage of production and they will be consistent. For example, if they are giving you 90%, they will be consistent for around 7 months. So when you come to your farm and you find that, let's say, in a day you've got less numbers, you will have to know that there is a problem. Either your workers have taken the eggs or the birds have a problem. So all this happens if you have done your planning very well. This will help you so much a lot in the success of your farm. Then another thing that you have to do if you want to be successful in poultry farming, set a good location for your farm. I'm sure you do not want to put your farm in a place where there are no roads to access your farm. Make sure that you put your farm in a place which is near your target market. Because if you put your farm in a very far place, you will find that you're putting in a lot of transport in order for you to take your products to the market. And if you spend so much money on transportation, it is going to affect your profits. So make sure that you put your farm in a place which is near the market. Even also, let's say for example, on medicine. If you're very far, you will find that you have to drive so many kilometers in order for you to reach for drugs. And in most times, if you're not so careful, you will find that you're not accessing the drugs. And then here you're missing out on vaccination dates for your birds, and then there your birds are going to find problems. For example, my farm is located in an urban area. I'm so near the market. Actually, for me, I don't even move eggs to look for customers. The customers find me here at the farm. At the neighbors, I have neighbors who are looking for eggs. Even these brokers, they also come here because it is accessible. It is so near. So before I started my farm, I told you in one of my videos, I was buying and then selling eggs. I remember at some point, because I would look for farms to get eggs. I remember they told me of a farm and I had to drive so many kilometers to reach. And by the time I reached at the farm, the road was so bad. So when I was returning, because of those potholes in the road, I broke my eggs. I made a so huge loss and I never went back to that farm. So guys, please make sure that you set your farm in a place which is accessible, has at least moderate roads. You'll be successful. Then another thing that you have to know, if you want to be successful in poultry farming, be financially prepared. When we talk about finances, by the way, if you know that you do not have enough money, please leave poultry farming. Because at first, for around 5 months, you have to be prepared in that you will be putting in money and you're not getting. You will be feeding the birds, you will be managing the farm, you will be paying the salaries to workers and then feeding them all from your pockets, because at this point you're not getting any money from this project. So make sure that before you begin, you have to know where to get this money. You have to make sure that you plan very well. Go to the hatcheries and then find out how much each bird costs, then you write. Go to these people who sell feeds, know the price ranges, because sometimes the prices are low, sometimes they are high. Get to know what to expect from feeds. Go to where they sell these equipments to use at the farm. Know how much a feeder costs and know how much and know how many feeders that you want. Make sure that before you begin, you have an actual budget. Don't even work with estimates from your head. You have to move around on ground and do the feasibility study. You do it very well and make sure that you have actual numbers, because this thing is not a joke. I'm very sure you're not going to be there and then you reach in the middle and then the finances are not there and then you start calling people to come and buy your plates when they are about to start laying, because you can't manage feeding them. So make sure that you have enough finances before you begin. If you see that the finances are not enough, you can go to your family and friends and ask for money, or you can even take a loan And then when you know that you're now prepared, then bring in these birds. Then another way, you have to know the right breed of birds to bring at your farm. And you have to know the hatchery where your birds are coming from. Before you begin this farm, make sure that you find out these types of breeds, and then you get to know how they perform and get to know the right breed. But by the way, breed that I know that works very well and which I've used here at my farm, I use is a brown breed. It's a very good breed. They give you brown eggs and the production is always high. And these birds are always so resistant to diseases. Then you have to know the hatchery. Most of the times, these birds come with problems from the hatchery. You have to make sure that where you're getting your birds, it is a recommended breeder, because most of the times these birds come with problems from hatcheries. You may find that they never vaccinated this Marek disease, which is vaccinated to day old chicks, and then when you bring your birds, they get problems. And also, you may find that the breeder, the parent stock had diseases, and then these people don't want to make losses. They just sell you birds, and these birds, if you get them and you take them to your farm, you're going to find problems with diseases. So make sure that you also do research about it, know the type of breed which is good. You will be so successful. They will give you high production, and the moment these birds give you high percentages of production, you will make lots of money. You will make good profits. You will be thanking me. Then another thing, if you want to begin poultry farming and succeed, buy the right equipment. Make sure that you get to know the right feeders, the right drinkers, and then the baby drinkers, baby feeders. If you buy the right equipment at your farm, I'm very sure if your birds feed properly and then they drink properly, you're going to get high percentages of production, and you will make profits. Another thing, you have to be passionate about poultry farming. You have to love what you're doing. I know most people, as I have already told you, because they have money and they are looking for where to put them, and they are looking for where to put their money. They just come and then put somewhere. They start poultry farming. They never go there to check what is happening. They expect the managers to manage their business. But I'm telling you, no one is going to manage your business as you want. No one is going to make money for you. These managers, when they go there and you neglect them to do everything for you, they are going to manage, and they will also manage your money, because you will be accepting whatever that they are telling you. They will steal from you and you're going to make huge losses, and then you start telling people how poultry farming is hard, how you failed. And in actual sense, you never gave your farm time. So be passionate about poultry farming. As you can see me, I'm so passionate about poultry farming. I love what I'm doing. So just love what you're doing. Find time, go there and check out what is happening, and make sure that everything that is happening, you know. Whatever that your workers are doing, you know. The production, the feeds, make sure that you know all this information. I'm telling you, if you're so passionate, if you visit your farm frequently, if you know everything that is happening, you're going to succeed in this poultry farming. With this information, I'm sure I've helped someone who wants to begin poultry farming. So please, you can even go back and learn all these things that we've talked about. If you put them into practice, I'm telling you, I'm 100% sure that you're going to succeed in your business. So, thank you for watching me. Bye bye. Till the next one.